So today's session is about exploratory data analysis. And we have this question from our client. The CEO of a gaming studio wants to launch a new strategy game on mobile that will enhance the company's reputation and make money. I mean, what types of strategy games have great user ratings? And we're going to be using this file, appstore games CSV. It's very important to go to Kaggle and read about this data set. So it'll give you lots of information about the context. And so here's what the attributes are: the URL of the game, the ID, the name of the game, the subtitle, the average user rating, the user rating count, price, in-app purchases, description, developer, age ratings, languages, size, primary genre, genres, release date, and current release date. And so we're now going to go ahead and load it in, and you see that we don't actually have it here. So I'm just going to run this so that you see the error, and you should become familiar with these errors and be able to debug them. So no such file or directory, okay, which makes sense. And so I need to search for it. So here's the file, and now I'm loading it up. And it takes a little bit of time to load up, but not a lot of time. So remember to watch the circle complete, and when it's done, then you can go ahead and run it. If you try to run it before then, it will fail, and it's also a chance that it will corrupt the data set, in which case you'll need to reload it again. Okay? So I'm waiting now, and then boom, it finally goes. And now I go ahead and load it. And then of course the very first thing to do, just to make sure that it's been loaded, is to run ahead and get the last few points, okay? And so here we see all of the things. So here's the name, Sudoku, here's the subtitle, here's where the icon is, here's the user rating, right? So user rating of 4.0, here's how many got, here's what the price is. Here's all the languages it is in, here's the size, here's the genre, release date, etc. Now, here's how to display basic information, including non-null counts. So here it is. So it's games.info. So here are all the columns, and here's how many things there are, okay? So we have 17,707 items. Presumably the URL and the ID are both unique. Price is almost unique, but not quite unique. Here's the shape, so 17,007 rows, 18 columns. And then we're going to just start computing histograms. So we use this function, histogram, okay? So that is a data frame, and so we should be clear that we loaded this up as a data frame, right? So PD is pandas, so it returns a data frame. And so we're going to put it into 30 bins, and here's what it looks like. So this is size in bytes, and so we see we have a whole bunch of things that are small, and then a very small number of things that are extremely large. Here are some descriptive statistics for size. So here we have the minimum, here we have the median, and then here we have the maximum. And as you can see, the maximum is something like 2 orders of magnitude greater than the median. So very big difference. We can show the largest games by size. So we could go to row ID 11957 if we wanted to look at the biggest ones, and then do some particular specific analysis of the games. So here's how to plot histograms for multiple variables, okay? So we go games histogram, and so let's compare this to this previous one. So this one here, we just pass the column, okay? So that's really cool, right? All we do is we pass the data that we want to histogram, and it will create the histogram. Here we're passing a single column, so it creates a single histogram. Here we're passing all of games, so it's creating a histogram for everything that possibly has a histogram, which is all of the numerical values. It obviously doesn't create histograms for non-numerical values. So this is the start of our exploratory data analysis, and this is what it looks like. You look at data by running commands like histogram and info and describe, and then you familiarize yourself with the data and figure out how to interpret it and draw conclusions for your client.